Hello everyone, it is Shadowswillm, and I'm here to cast another Dota 2 game for you guys. This time we got Infinity versus Our Captain Sucks, or OCS. So, for OCS we've got Stand C Mills, Boots First Mid, Noda, Stand Silent Song, and Adlib. For Infinity we got Infinity Burt, Infinity Fuse to the first power, Iduzanmata, Infinity Elfin, and Big N. And for the bands so far, we have Keeper of the Light and Phantom Lancer for the Dire, and for the Radiant or Infinity Gaming, we have Nyx Assassin and Batrider being banned. So this is a relatively short game apparently, so we'll just have to see what happens. Magnus is the first pick, yet again, oddly enough, for the Dire this time. So far I haven't seen Infinity Gaming with Magnus. This is definitely going to be interesting. After watching just, a couple of games of Infinity Gaming, I have an idea of what to expect, but anything can happen. Really, anything can happen. And I touched on this last game, but after you run out of your standard time here to pick, you use your reserve time, and it looks like they're going to pick Rubik and Puck, which I'm surprised they didn't ban Puck. I guess that's the reason why they wanted Puck. Gyrocopter is actually getting picked, which he was a band that we saw twice in the previous games, and Shadow Demon gets picked. So Shadow Demons, yeah, it's hard to describe Shadow Demon. He's a very nice nuker, but I don't know, he's kind of he's a little underpowered come late game, let's put it that way. Gyrocopter, not so much. I'm actually surprised they have Gyrocopter as an initiator when, you want Magnus initiating. But yeah, if you run out of the standard time they give you to go ahead and, ban or pick, you use your reserve time, which both teams have a minute and a half reserve time, and that's spread amongst all of your teammates. So, that's spread amongst every pick and ban. So if you, wait too long to ban, at the very start for your team, and you start using reserve time, you have that same reserve time for the rest of, the ban pick process. So as we can see, if they stop at 55 seconds of reserve time, which apparently they're not going to do, but then they have the last seconds, however many seconds it is, to use for the rest as reserve time. Looks like they're picking up Darks here, which, again, here's another ban we saw last game. Looks like the Dire's going to go ahead and start the banning phase off. They banned Queen of Pain. So, it's going to be interesting. Phantom Lancer is a pretty standard ban, just because he's a pain to deal with. He can drain just about everybody's mana with very little effort. Lina gets banned. Wow. That is not something I thought I'd ever see, as a Lina ban. But again, we'll just have to see what happens. Sorry if I go quiet. Talking so much, casting games back to back, makes your throat and your mouth pretty dry. We see a Lifestealer ban and a Tidehunter ban. So, yeah. Tidehunter, his ultimate's pretty beastly if you catch everybody up, plus if you get the refresher. Yeah, it's a double ult by Tidehunter, which, that's scary. I'm going to spell it out for you guys. If you've ever seen Tidehunter, that is scary. His ult's a nice big AoE at that. But I'm wondering who the last bans and picks are going to be. Again, for those of you that don't know, Captain's Mode, one player, usually the first player per team, goes ahead and does the picking and banning. And then once the picks are done, and once we're at this point, then people get to choose who they want to play. Obviously, since these are team games, they were seeing, actually while I'm saying all this, Luna gets banned as the last band for the Dire. But yeah, as like once we're done with all the picks and bans, people choose who they want to play. Out of all the 5 their champion or their captain selected, rather, they have 5 to pick from, and obviously people are going to pick who they're best with, who they are more comfortable with, and who they think they will do the best as and what role they fill. And we see a Beastmaster ban. Wow. So last 2 picks per side. Wondering what the picks are going to be now. It's hard to tell so early into the game. Well, with these weird, to me, weird bans at least. Well, some of them are weird. The Phantom Lancer, keep it light. Okay, whatever. And looks like they pick up Leshrac. So, it's actually the first game we're seeing Infinity Gaming as the Radiant. Not something I'm used to seeing, to be completely honest. And unlike last game, I'm going to make sure I put it to free camera, because last game it had me on direct camera, and yeah, that's just not how I roll. I hate that. I would rather have it be on free camera and, yeah, me get better at casting so that way I have to watch the minimap. Unless you guys want me to have directed camera, and yeah, then that's whatever. But Chen pick, I'm not sure if I like that pick or not. Chen, he's a good support, he's a good jungler, and his ult pretty much hits everybody. Hits everybody on the map. Allied heroes anywhere on the map can get healed by him. Juggernaut's going to be the last pick for the Dire. So pretty actually a well-rounded team right here for the Dire. I'm waiting to see who's going to be the last pick up for Infinity Gaming for the Radiant. They have 4 intel, so a 5th wouldn't be wise to go for. Like, yeah, you can go a full burst team, and that can work, but later on down the road, you get shut down hard by Juggernaut and Magnus. Thankfully, though, I have a feeling that they're not going to go ahead and get another int. They might get an agility who's pretty strong, or they'll go with the strength hero. We'll have to see. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a toss-up at this point, if it's going to be an agility or a strength. I'm going to assume strength. We'll see in the next 30 seconds. Trying to keep my talking to a minimum because, yeah, I'm going to have to save it for later. Those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, just stay tuned. Uh-oh. There we go. They pick up Alchemist, who's pretty durable. He's not the best, but he's pretty durable. Looks like Big End's going to go ahead and get Alchemist. Boots first mid gets Juggernaut. Stancy Mills gets Gyrocopter. Fuse gets Darkseer. Elfin gets Puck. Let's see. Uzumata gets Rubik. Stand Silent Song gets Magnus. Adlib picks Shadow Demon, and obviously that only leaves 1 person left per side. And they're just going to go ahead and pick here. Noda gets Leshrac, and Bert gets Chen, I assume. And I've got a feeling that we're going to require a pause here, because I think... No, never mind. He just didn't pick because he was going to get end of that champion anyway. In the meantime, let's just go over the team compositions real quick. So Shadow Demon, he's... he can toss out some spell damage here and there. He's not the best at what he does, but he can certainly contend. Juggernaut is definitely, as his name implies, a juggernaut. He's got Blade Fury, he's got a passive crit, he's got a ward that you can toss down to heal, that actually moves relatively quickly. It doesn't move super fast, but it moves quick enough. And he's got Omni Slash, which that's his ultimate, allows him to just bounce around the entire battlefield, hitting random targets, unless he's using his ultimate on just one target, then he's hitting them multiple times. Then Leshrac, who's got an AoE stun, he's just an AoE nuker in general. Gyrocopter, who's got a single target stun and an AoE ult that kind of hurts. And a single target stun's actually a homing missile. So I've seen it chase people from like over here to their base over here. And yeah, who else do they have? Oh, that's right. They have Magnus. I don't even need to go into detail about Magnus. We saw him last game because, yeah, he's got an AoE stun, he's got a cleave, he's got shockwave. Yeah, he's pretty beastly. So, looks like for bottom, for the Dire, we have Shadow Demon and Leshrac as well as Juggernaut versus just the Lonesome Puck. For the middle, we have Magnus versus Alchemist. So not bad. Top we have Darkseer and Chen versus Gyrocopter. So not bad. And it looks like Rubik now's mid. So 2 mid, 2 top for the Radiant and 1 bottom versus the 3 bottom of the Dire, 1 middle, 1 top. So bottom's pretty much the suicide lane for the Radiant, and pretty much the Dire has like 1 suicide lane. If you know, they're pseudo suicide lanes, 2v1's not that hard to deal with. And Chen actually have a top with the Eagle or Wild Wing Ripper, and that's gonna be first blood right here onto Gyrocopter by Darkseer. And yes, Darkseer picks up the kill with his Ion Shell and just barely gets away. He does pop a potion so that way he'll be able to stay in lane that much longer. And now we have Leshrac here in middle. Looks like the game's paused and wondering what that's about. Okay. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and speed this up here because... yeah, I don't need to talk during the stat air. Speeding up to times 8. Because why not? We just see some, you know, friendly banter going on here. Nothing too BM. And looks like now they're talking about that this is going on for a little too long. And yeah, a little too BM right there. But nothing too major. Well, forgot to slow down subs well, but we didn't miss much. We just missed a shockwave. Really, that's, you know, nothing too exciting. Although, if it were, you know, well, it would be shock. Yeah, I'll stop. But Puck actually just holding his ground here in the 2v1 scenario that's down here at bottom. And Shadow Demon now is going to try and do some damage to Puck. He will get some damage off him. Puck with a nice ethereal shift in his phase shift. Okay, so that ability was changed as well, in the name at least. Gyrocopter's chased away from his tower, and now Shadow Demon's forced to come up top and try and help, while Chen and Darkseer are just wrecking top left and right. So definitely not that bad, and whoa, that tornado's just, yeah, that was funny while it lasted, let's be honest here. Shadow Demon tries to pop the Matter Regen pod. He gets some of it off, but not a whole lot, I think at least. I'm not going to rewind. And Chen with the Smoke of Deceit here. I think it's a little too early for Smoke of Deceit at least. He thinks not though, and he's going to go ahead and try and come middle here and help. He does have a creep that can stun. However, the smoke did just run out, so he's got to be careful about how he initiates here in this 2v2, well, 3v2 situation. And we see Rubik here trying to drag Leshrac back, and Leshrac will die here, I think. No, Leshrac will just barely survive for the moment. And we've got, yeah, Leshrac just barely survives, and lol, Puck trying to come in now and get the kill on Leshrac, which he may be able to do. And yes, he is able to get the kill on Leshrac here in the jungle. In the meantime, we've got Alchemist taking some damage, not a whole lot, and Juggernaut here is going to go ahead and die as well in the next few seconds, and Juggernaut dies to Puck, so double kill for Puck right here. And yeah, with this game being so short, I have to assume that that's pretty much going to snowball here. Again, I'm assuming, I don't know. So don't hate me if I'm wrong. Pretty much, don't hate me if I'm wrong here, but Alchemist, he's trying to do the best he can. And that Magnus can go ahead and bottle the illusion here, get his bottle back up to full, just because he can. In the meantime, that Ion Shell doing wonders for creep farming for that Darkseer. Darkseer is only at 7-0 though. And the Courier did die. Wow. So that's no bueno. So let's just look at the last hits denies real quick. Gyrocopter is at 15 last hits, 4 denies. Puck is at 15 last hits, 2 denies. And wow. Yeah, this is a very, very slow game. We've got Alchemist at 16 last hits, 1 deny. Yeah, this isn't even worth, looking at right now, because really everybody's jockeying for high CS. But we do have Puck at 2 kills, no deaths, no assists. Darkseer at 1 kill, no deaths, no assists. Chen at 3 assists, so he's been there for every kill. We got Rubik there with 2 assists, Alchemist with 2 assists, and then we've got Gyrocopter, Juggernaut, and Leshrac all at 1 death, and everybody else is at 0-0. So, yeah, this is, I don't know, this is a game. To put simply, it's a game. Although as I assumed earlier, just myself without saying it to you guys, I actually said it to you guys that Shadow Demon's a little underpowered, come late game, but even early game, unless you start harassing really, really, really early with your Shadow Poison, you're not going to be doing all that much. Magnus actually activates double damage here, and that is going to be a dead Alchemist, and yes, Shadow Demon gets the kill on Alchemist, so forget what I said about, Shadow Demon being a little underpowered. Magnus gets the kill on Rubik here, Puck gets the kill on Leshrac, thanks to his ultimate, and yeah, that's a dead Magnus. Puck gets the kill on Magnus as well. Obviously with the help of Chen, yeah. Again though, I'm just going to take the time and admire the infinity symbol here. It's a giant G for gaming. Infinity gaming. Nice touch. And too bad they can't do anything like that over here for OCS, or Our Captain Sucks. They don't even have the banners. Infinity Gaming's got the banners, they've got, the logo, they've got everything. Come on now. Then again, Infinity Gaming has been in a lot of tournaments. So, yeah, they're semi-pro to pro, somewhere around there. They're really good, as we can all see. They have gone up against some of the best in the world. I don't know all that much about OCS, though, so I can't speak on their behalf. And Alchemist goes and gets killed on Leshrac here thanks to his acid spray, and also, Rubik's help there too. Rubik with the, what is that again? Fade Bolt. Yeah, Fade Bolt hurts. That is just, yeah. 280 base damage without taking into consideration magic resist, which is base 25%. But in the meantime, looks like Magnus here going to go in and try and get the kill on that Alchemist, which he's going to be able to do here. And yeah, he gets the kill with the help of Shadow Demon. Meantime, Rubik does get the invisibility rune and is heading back middle. And that Magnus trying to go for the rune, see if it's down there. And now they know where Chen is, and Chen trying to be ballsy here. That is a lot of wards. I have no idea why so many wards were just dropped up there. Like, none whatsoever. That was like 2 wards per side, an observer and a vision, so, alright. Observer because it gives you bigger vision, and Vision Ward just because or Sentry because it gives you, the ability to see, stealth and visible units. In the meantime, Darkseer did get the kill on Gyrocopter up at top while I was rambling on. And who is that? Oh, Magnus, yeah. Magnus not too happy, as we can plainly tell. Meantime, Juggernaut here dies to Puck. Yeah. That's just a scary thing to deal with. Early to mid-game, Puck's a pain to deal with because of his Illusionary Orb and then his Ethereal Jaunt. But then come mid to late and late game, he kind of dies down as well. He's, his ult still a game changer, but then again, whose ult really is. In the meantime, Shadow Demon dies right there to the creeps. Not even a champion, just the creeps, and his gold was split amongst Alchemist and Rubik. And Juggernaut here trying to go in on Rubik and gets, some damage done to him. And in the meantime, as I'm saying all this, Puck gets the kill on Leshrac down here with the help of Chen. And yeah, that's definitely not bueno. Puck with the Blink Dagger. What? Even though he doesn't technically need it because, it is I'm not gonna lie here, it's a quicker and more mana efficient Blink than his, Illusionary Orb Ethereal Jaunt. Even though Ethereal Jaunt doesn't cost mana, the Illusionary Orb costs twice as much mana as the Blink. In the meantime, we see Magnus just, wow, he skewers towards his tower, and then Rubik skewers him back. Magnus gets killed on Rubik here, and that was just, I don't know, that was funny to watch. They went from here to here, back to here, because Rubik's still skewer. Yeah, Rubik can steal just about anything in the game. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the KDA now. So, wow, Puck at 600, Magnus at 310, Darkseer at 200. We've got Shadow Demon at 123, Chen at 005, Rubik at 026, Gyrocopter is at 020, Juggernaut is at 020 as well, and Leshrac is at 042. That's definitely not where they want Puck to be, though. Puck can snowball. Don't get me wrong, Puck can snowball, but it takes a while for him to get the items needed to snowball. It's a long, hard process, and really, yeah. In the meantime, Chen just ults right there, as we heard, because that is his ultimate Hand of God. Yeah, I don't foresee this lasting any longer for the Dire, because I think their hands are a little too greasy from eating pizza. In the meantime, Magnus comes in. He has Invis. Leshrac trying to do something to prevent them from taking that tower down. And here's Magnus. He doesn't have his ultimate, nor does he have the mana for it. He will have it in just a few seconds, but it's still on CD. And he's trying to find a good spot to be in. And there we go. Magnus just skewers in. Leshrac gets the kill. No, Leshrac dies there to creeps. And Shadow Demon gets the kill on Alchemist. And Chen dies to creeps as well. And that is going to be a dead Rubik. Magnus gets the kill on Rubik. And Shadow Demon barely lives. Same thing with Magnus. Magnus lives with about 100 health. And wow. That Wild Wing Ripper rather, could have stopped him from, well, not even stopped him, but yeah, could have done just a little more damage. Meantime, we've got Gyrocopter trying to stop top, get some farm in. Puck is being Puck, and yeah, he is not letting up on this bottom tower at all. In the meantime, whoa. Puck is about to die now, because, yeah, Magnus gets the kill on Puck after, 2 2 ults were popped. I think Juggernaut popped his. Yes, Juggernaut popped his. Magnus didn't pop his. And we can't... Well, Leshrac couldn't have popped his because he doesn't have it. But yeah, I have to assume that Shadow Demon did pop his, which no, he didn't. So never mind, that was just 1 ult used. And he didn't even get the kill. And so now Puck is 610, Magnus 512, DS at 200, Shadow Demon at 215 to round up the top 5. So yeah, this is going to be over relatively soon here, another 12 minutes, and this Alchemist does have Goblin's Greed, which that's good. Allows him to get more gold quicker. Which you kind of also see Hannah Midas used on Alchemist sometimes as well. Just because, forget about the attack speed, but the extra gold is always nice. It's always nice. And in the meantime, both the middle and the bottom towers did fall here. And that Puck going ahead and getting the kill on Gyrocopter here with very little effort. And now Leshrac's going to be dying here relatively soon. And Puck goes way away. Rubik gets the kill on Leshrac here with his Fade Bolt. Magnus going around to that Rubik, trying to kill him, and that Puck saves Rubik for now. And we got Juggernaut here trying to do something to that Puck, and Puck will get away. In the meantime, Puck actually gets the kill on Shadow Demon. I don't know how. And Rubik survives, and he's almost full health again thanks to the Urn of Shadows. We've got Alchemist going in just eating tower hits because he's the Alchemist. He can do that with his ult up. It's like, why not? Then again, he should... never mind. I was going to say he should back off, but he doesn't need to at this point in time. And in the meantime, there's Gyrocopter's ult, and yeah, it does hit a lot and kill a lot of the creeps. That tower's still going to fall. Regardless of the Gyrocopter ult or not, it was gonna fall. The Gyrocopter ult just prolonged its life. So, let's go ahead and look at the last denies now. Now we can actually see who's in front. We got Gyrocopter at 74.8. We have Puck at 69 and 11. Darkseer at 51 and 3. And while I'm saying all this, Darkseer or Shadow Demon gets trapped or caught right there by Rubik. And nice ult by Magnus right there, allowing his teammates to get something going. In the meantime, Darkseer gets the kill on Gyrocopter with the wall of Replica. And Puck trying to get the kill here. Rubik actually gets the kill on Magnus. Ending the dominating spree. That's really good for him. And Juggernaut here is going to go ahead and die in about 2 seconds. And Darkseer gets the kill on Juggernaut as well with the Ion Shell and just auto attacks. And in the meantime, we got that middle tower now going down. Not even quickly, it's relatively quickly. Chen was killed by the Dire? What? Where did he die? How did he die over here? I have no clue. None whatsoever. In the meantime, that Shadow Demon's trying to run away here, and you get stunned, and Puck with the Illusionary Orb right on top of the stun by Alchemist. Yeah, Alchemist stun hurts. 360 max damage on explosion. Yeah, that's a lot. Meantime, that tower will stay alive for just a little bit longer, but not for much longer. Let's be honest here. That tower will die in about 4 or 5 seconds now. Meantime, Magnus blinks in and skewers Alchemist in here, and Alchemist dies to Magnus after eating both the ult right there by Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter gets the kill on Rubik here. And now Puck can go ahead and get the kill on Gyrocopter, and he does. And that's going to be a dead Magnus as well in about 3 seconds, because Magnus actually gets away, and Juggernaut gets away as well. They're both really, really low on health, and Puck trying to get something going here. Meantime, Darkseer dies, and he died to the tower. In the meantime, Puck gets the kill on Magnus over here at the fountain, and Shadow Demon now trying to not let Puck go away, and he fails. So now Puck is 11-1-5, Magnus 6-3-2, Darkseer 4-1-5, Rubik 3-4-8, Shadow Demon 2-4-6. Lol, 246. Alchemist 1, 4, and 8. Gyrocopter 1, 5, and 2. Chen 0, 2, 7. We've got a Juggernaut at 0, 3, 3. And a Leshrac at 0, 6, 6. Definitely not where you want to be as Juggernaut. What does Juggernaut have as items? He has his phase boots, which that's good, allows you to, I spoke about this in one of my previous casts, go ahead and Blade Fury and then phase boot your way out of any sort of sticky situation, because Blade Fury, gives you magic immunity for the duration, and then phase boots allows you to just go through everything, and that's going to be a dead Juggernaut, and no, Juggernaut actually gets saved right here, and wow, that Puck just almost getting the kill on Juggernaut here, and oh my god, he may be able to do it. He may be able to do it, and he gets it. Puck is unstoppable, and Magnus now just like, what do I do? Please tell me, what do I do? Yeah, no, he's probably not doing that, but Rubik now with the Blank Dagger. Just everybody with Blank Daggers. Blank Dagger ahoy? Blank Dagger YOLO, I guess? In the meantime, Gyrocopter with a nice ult does do some damage and actually manages to kill Chen right there. And now Puck will get the kill. No, Chen gets the kill on Gyrocopter with his minions, and Puck gets away. Yeah, that Puck's good. Not even gonna lie. I mean, it's 12-1-6 Puck. What do you expect? Meantime, Alchemist gets the kill on Leshrac over here. And now Alchemist trying to go ahead and get the kill on Shadow Demon, or at least, stop Shadow Demon from killing somebody. Magnus actually gets the kill on Rubik over here. And that is a dead Shadow Demon. Alchemist does get the kill. And now Alchemist running for his life here. He does pop the armlet, giving him a lot of health. And he gets force-staffed away by Darks here. Magnus now is on the hunt right now. And he just got stunned as he skewered. That's actually a little funny to watch. In the meantime, Juggernaut does get the kill on Alchemist here. He did pop his ult to do so. But we do see the Darks here going ahead and trying to go for Magnus. And Chen gets the kill on Magnus. So really good for Chen right there, picking up 2 kills. Putting him on the scoreboard. Yeah, he's still behind, and he's not 1-to-1 ratio, but he doesn't really need to when he's a support champion. I mean, let's look at his items really quick. Chen has, a Ring of Basilisk, which that's nice aura for his team. He has the Arcane Boots, which that's nice mana regen for his team, along with obviously the Ring of Basilisk, which gives him armor and gives his team armor and mana regen. And then he also has the Smoke of Deceit and a point booster. So yeah, Chen's a support, through and through. In the meantime, Rubik eats one of the 2 missiles right there by Gyrocopter's ult, and now that's a nice stun coming in onto Puck right there, but it doesn't go through due to the phase shift, and Rubik gets the kill on Magnus over here. I couldn't tell what was going on, but in the meantime, Juggernaut here is trying to do something, and that's a dead Gyrocopter in about 3 seconds flat. Alchemist gets the kill on Gyrocopter, Puck gets the kill on Juggernaut, and that is it. The only one left alive is Shadow Demon and Leshrac, and Puck's about to get the kill on Shadow Demon here. And yeah, Shadow Demon goes ahead and he survives for about 4 seconds, and there he goes. Puck gets the kill on Shadow Demon. Now the only one left alive is Leshrac, and he can't really do much. He doesn't have his ult, he has his stun and his Diabolic Edict. And Alchemist just shredded through that with the help of Chen, obviously, because Chen, that helped. Penance helps. Not gonna lie. But we do see the GG here, and we'll just let this finish out because, we'll just bring the scoreboard up and have that show us everything. We'll go over it that way. But yeah, Alchemist with really nothing of note. Nobody has really anything of note except Puck. Puck has Radiance. So yeah, a rushing Radiance as a Puck. Not a bad idea. However, again, the Radiance doesn't do damage while, somebody's magic immune. But it doesn't really matter. However, Juggernaut does ult and get the kill on Rubik here. And Juggernaut actually pops his ward trying to stay alive here. Alchemist gets kill on Juggernaut. And that's going to be a dead somebody here in about 3 seconds. No, Darkseer lives. Same thing with everybody on the Radiant side. And Gyrocopter here might die. He's a little too overzealous right now. And Puck, where did Puck go? Puck gets the kill on Leshrac. Alchemist gets the kill on Gyrocopter in the meantime. As I said, he was a little too overzealous. And that is going to be a teleporting Puck. And he barely... No, he dies. Magnus actually ults and gets the kill. So that's the thing. But Puck buys right back into the game. And he can... Yeah, he can just head middle with the... Or head to his enemy's base with the quickness. Which I never thought I'd hear myself say with the quickness. Ever. But in the meantime, Juggernaut did just DC, but game's pretty much over at this point. But this shows you, again, the importance of, not letting certain people get fed. People will build up reputations for being good with certain champions, and they will get shut down. Their enemies won't allow them to get the champions they want, have them pick something, that benefits the enemy team. So say Puck, say an enemy team knew that one person was really good with just about certain anti-heroes, they would ban those right off the bat. But in the meantime, we have a Puck getting the kill on Shadow Demon here, Rubik getting the kill on Gyrocopter. But again, this is pretty much all but over. There's nothing they can do at this... Well, nothing the Dire can do at this point. And, lol, Magnus blinks and skewers back to his fountain to try and do some damage to somebody here. But Puck was just like, no, I'm not going to have any of that. In the meantime, he did get the kill on Leshrac underneath the fountain. And that's going to be a dead Ancient about 20 seconds. Not even 20 seconds. About 15. They did fortify it. I don't know why, though. I guess I just wanted to waste a little more time. Juggernaut reconnected to the game, but again, it doesn't really matter. Puck almost dying here, and that is going to be GG. Both teams saying GG, well played, because, hey, might as well, right? It's a well played by both teams. And for us, it was a good game. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it here. We don't need to see who won anything and stuff like that. But let's just go down the list from top to bottom. Let's just go down the list. For Infinity, we've got Infinity Burt, or INF Burt, playing Chen, obviously, who is 2-3-12. Again, support champion through and through. I'm not going to go over the KD, or the last hits denies for anybody, because it's almost pointless. He had a Ring of Basilisk and Arcane Boots. That was really it. Those were his items. Darkseer, 4-1-13, had a Force Staff, Soul Ring, Mechanism, and Boots of Travel. Rubik, who is 5-6-11, had Blink Dagger and Arcane Boots. That's really it. Puck, who is 17-11, Blink Dagger, Urn of Shadows, Irradiance, and Arcane Boots. Alchemist, 7-5-13. Quelling Blade, had a Basher, a Ring of Basilisk, Armlet, the Drum of Endurance, and Boots. Power treads with strength. Then we've got Gyrocopter, who is 2-9-2. Ring of Aquila, Phase Boots, and working towards a Blacking Bar, I would have to assume at least. Juggernaut, who is 2-6-3. Phase Boots and a Bracer working towards, I believe, Drum of Endurance. Leshrac, 0-10-7. Boots. Magnus, 8-5-3. Arcane Boots, Blink Dagger, and Smoke of Deceit. Shadow Demon, who is 2-7-8, has Buckler, Headdress, he was working towards Mechanism, pretty much, and Arcane Boots. So that is it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. My name has been Shadowswillm, and I will talk to you all next time.